Everything Everywhere All at Once is directed by the Daniels and stars Michelle Yeoh. When an interdimensional rapture unravels reality, an unlikely hero must channel her newfound powers to fight bizarre and bewildering dangers from the multiverse as the fate of the world hangs in the balance. This brings us to many strange and unique worlds that feel larger than life but also small and personal. This was a major surprise to me and why I loved the hell out of this movie and why it worked for me on so many levels. Simply put, if you want to see a multiverse of madness in cinemas this weekend, this is the multiverse of madness you should be going for. This is a creatively wacky, action-packed adventure that for all of its zaniness, it still prioritizes the story, the characters, and the themes at play. This is a rare film in this day and age that truly wraps you up in its world and lets you escape for 2.25 hours. The multiversal stuff is insanely creative and unique, but it wouldn't be the level that it is without the family dynamic at play, which brings the heart and soul to this movie. I really appreciated the lesson as well in this movie of appreciating the smaller things in your life. If your life went in this direction, would you really be happier? It's something we all think about, and it really spoke to me. These lessons and messages could have come across really cheesy, but it's also uniquely executed that all of it really landed with me emotionally. The themes in this movie really spoke to me because I often contemplate myself about how small we are in this vast, vast universe and how fragile life really is in the grand scheme of things. And this film really hit that point home in the best possible way. Everything Everywhere All at Once has some of the most cinematic action sequences I have seen in a while. The way the aspect ratio would change in the action sequences here made them feel very cinematic in a way that not many movies are nowadays. This film was made for IMAX, although the sad part is that it probably won't get enough IMAX screens because of Doctor Strange, which is a bummer because this deserves to be seen on the biggest possible screen. The action in this movie is frenetic in a way that felt like it was made by someone like Edgar Wright, and that style is something that really appeals to me. So it was really good to see that implemented in this movie in very awesome and unique ways. It also feels like it was taken right out of a comic book and projected onto the big screen. More of an unhinged, incoherent gush fest than a review, undeniably so, but this is phenomenal. I can't recommend this enough. I even don't want to spoil minute things about this movie because I went into this all knowing almost nothing except it was very well received on Letterboxd and Rotten Tomatoes. That's literally it. And I went in wanting to be surprised, and it surprised me on every level. I love that this film is finding an audience around the world, and I love that it's holding its own at the domestic box office. This is a film that needs to be seen, as I was saying before, on the biggest screen possible. It is built for the theatrical communal experience. So I will end by saying, why are you still here? Fucking see it. Go fucking see it. It's great. It's the best film of the year, and it gets an A+. Pardon me for going a bit berserk there for a second. But yeah, no, seriously, go see it. Worth your time. Don't take my word for it. Experience it. You should definitely watch it. As a side note, one thing I did really appreciate was that despite the grand ideas and the thought-provoking subject matter, this film was unashamed to have a joke involving dildos, and a crass running gag at that. Major respect.